Now very pleased to be joined by my next guest from Business Professional Women of Greater Moncton. It is Donna Green. So Donna, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, we're very excited to have you guys here. So you guys had a very phenomenal luncheon last week, and it was the Phenomenal Women Awards. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Annually, we actually are very proud presenters of the Phenomenal Woman Gala Award. And we award, we give one award out to a very special, phenomenal woman in the city of Moncton, Greater Moncton, I should say. And this person is basically a leader in the community. They've had career, achievements. They're role models for women. They have had positive effects on other women in the market. And you know, there's just a whole lot of criteria that we look at, and we had, I think it was 125 people in attendance at the event. So all of the funds raised from those that attend the Phenomenal Woman Award go towards our bursary program. So that is designed to help. We raise probably $7,000 to $8,000 every year. And the biggest fundraiser that we have is through our Phenomenal Woman event.
Wow, that's awesome. So you guys mentioned that goes to a bursary. So that bursary, maybe you can give us a little bit more detail on the bursary part.
Well, we have three different bursaries that we give out. One is to help with adult women going back into post-secondary. And the second one is to help women in financial aid that are looking to get back into the workforce. So sometimes we contribute to daycare, sometimes we contribute to their business clothes, resume design or development, that type of thing. And then the third one, we give it to high school lady graduates, women graduates that are going to any sort of post-secondary institution. So.
All right, that's awesome. And it really is giving back to the community in a lot of
ways. Absolutely,
yeah. For sure. Now, in Business Professional Women of Greater Moncton, for those who may not know what it is, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about it. What is Business Professional Women?
Our catch line is women working for working women. And we have worldwide about 250,000 members in 100 countries, 400 of which I think are in Canada. Basically our mandate is to help women in improve economically, political, social, and employment conditions. So we do that in various ways through our local organization and through our national organization.
Yeah, that's national. You mentioned international too. I mean, you talk about so many countries. You know, and you cover such a wide net of what possible issues that could be, for business professional women. But I understand you guys do have a petition right now with the House of Commons.
Yeah, and, we're actually excited. Just taking a bit of a role in that. And today, women do not have equal access to being on board of directors in business institutions in the workforce. And we have a petition out there right now, and we're calling upon the House of Commons and to adopt a parity system for women to get equality and be recognized in the workforce. So we'll stay tuned on that, but it's important, and it feels pretty I guess humbling to be part of that type of initiative in the country. So.
And the petition is live online now, so you can go check it out on the social media. I know you guys were sharing it out there on Twitter and on the social media as well, so you guys can go check it out yourselves, and you can certainly sign the petition as well. Now, you guys do mention a parity system. Now, maybe we can explain that a little bit more as to what a parity system means. I assume based on parity that it would just be, everyone is on an equal level in terms of, being put onto a board of directors.
There's a lot of government funds going out there right now for women in education, and I think women have equal education to men to the highest level. So there's no reason that women couldn't have, the same number of women couldn't be on any board of directors in any company in the country. So why is it lower?
Yeah, there's certainly, women and men now, in particular in this age, certainly with the growth that has happened, coming from the exact same backgrounds, the exact same education as you mentioned. So, this is just the next step, really.
Yeah.
You know, that's when we look at that. And there's been excellent progress in terms of women's rights over not only historically, but also in the last little bit as well. So it's great to see even more, you know, movement on that side. So it's great to see you guys, you know, championing your own little push, you know, to get it in there in the House of Commons.
Yeah.
So that's, no, that's great. Sometimes, you know, our politicians need that little kick.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, sometimes they do. So what do you guys have coming up? I know you guys have a meeting. You guys have a monthly meeting. So one's coming up next week.
Yeah, we meet we meet the first Wednesday of every month. Mm-hmm. And we're a group of ladies in Moncton. We've got about 45 members today and growing steadily. We also have guest members. If you want to come, check it out. Meet some ladies and see what we're all about, and then you can sign up. So, and you know, most people that do come and do that do end up being a member of BPW. Mm-hmm. So, in addition to, we have speed networking events, we have panels for political panels, we have medical panels, we have vision boards. You know, in addition to our guest speakers, we had Mayor Donna Arnold there. We had the SPCA, who you mentioned earlier tonight. Mm-hmm. We've had just, you know, some key speakers on mental health, and, you know, it's all about just, you know, positive thinking and attitude, and, you know, just ways to inspire women to be better and confident and you know, improve in the workplace. And the whole idea is to, I think, you know, we're about self-development, professional development, leadership. Even the ladies that participate in the BPW and in some of our activities and events and our boards and things like that, the qualities and traits that you learn just from being part of membership committees and those things. So there's just so much that you get besides the lifetime of membership that grows with the atmosphere that you get and the continuing relationship that you get with, you know, it's a different networking group. Mm-hmm. It's different in a good way.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
Yeah.
And you know, we talk about business in Greater Moncton in particular, mm-hmm. and we've had John Wishart, who was just recently named the CEO of the Greater Moncton Chamber of Commerce, and congrats to him. You know, we've seen incredible growth in the business community over the last 5 or 10 years in Greater Moncton in particular. A lot of great fine women are coming up and stepping up in the business community as well. Is that something that you've also noticed maybe on the peripheral, is that women are starting to really, you know, push even more in the business community in Greater Moncton?
I definitely think that. It's funny, I was just outside talking to, I think your next guest, and we were talking about commercial real estate, which is what I do for a living. Mm-hmm. And there, you know, for the first 6 years, there were no women working in my industry, and this is back in 2007. So I've been in the field for about 11 years. But
yeah, but even saying that, that's not that long ago.
No, I know. So now we do. I mean, now we have more women in that industry, but it's still heavily, I guess, you know, occupied by men. Mm. But just goes to show, and that's just one field of example. You know, and the winner of our phenomenal woman was Angela Harris. Mm-hmm. So, you know, she was with 3Plus for a long time. I mean, grew her way up, and you know, big shout out to her for winning our phenomenal woman event. Oh, for sure. But the other thing too, you mentioned too, the upcoming events that we have. Yeah. And I just wanted to touch on that if I could. Of course, absolutely. April's meeting is actually hosted by our YBPW, which is our young BPW, just kind of a little arm off the BPW, but it's about ladies that are under 35. Mm-hmm. So we have April Short, who's going to be talking about working with the millennials, and it's going to be themed simplicity, seeker, and entrepreneur. So she's going to come in, dynamic lady, lots of true experiences, because that's what we have with a lot of our speakers. They come in and they speak to the heart, speak to the truth, and it's moving most of all of the speakers that I've certainly seen there. I've been there for about 4 or 5 years, so it's quite impactful when you do end up leaving. But anyway, so that's the Young BPW, and it is going to be on Wednesday the 4th. Mm-hmm. And then we have our annual general meeting coming up in May with free booths for members, all of our, board membership nominations and things like that. and we talk about what we did in the past year, and then of course our vision for the following year. And then in June, we actually have Women in Politics. So unbiased, we're impartial. We're,
all sides.
you know, absolutely. But you know what? It's all about the women in politics. So we're, you know, we can't share the lineup just yet because I think we're still fine-tuning a couple people. But I mean, it's going to be a great event for anybody coming to the meeting. And like I said, I mean, even if you're not a member, come on over and meet some ladies, have some fun, and then pretty certain you're going to become a member.
Go away as a changed person. You know, it'll be awesome. So, business professional women of Greater Moncton, Donna Green, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Yes.